Where are we headed?
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Tuesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some much-needed rain that will be with us through the overnight hours. Definitely not enough to break even from the drought, but we'll still take anything that we can get, and that'll leave us with more seasonable weather for early to mid-October. Let's take a live look first, though, at downtown Utica, where we're seeing the clouds and that rain, light to moderate in intensity at the time. 66 degrees, north-northwesterly breeze at 3 miles an hour, and in spite of that, the dew point is 65. So it feels definitely a little bit more muggy than it has been recently. It still feels like 66, though. That current feels like temperature at the present time. Temperatures are cooler toward the north. We have lower and middle 60s there. We have some middle and upper 60s to right around 70 degrees in Norwich at the present time down toward the south. And that's the way that things have been today. Cooler to the north, warmer to the south. As far as Tropical Storm Jerry is concerned, a 50-mile-an-hour tropical storm moving to the west at 23 miles an hour, and it's making its way over toward the Lesser Antilles. And we'll certainly keep an eye on things for you as we go through the next couple of days. Back here closer to home, our satellite and radar shows that we have high pressure over the Carolinas. That's the reason for all of the dry and warm weather that we had over the weekend, well into last week as well. And then we've got this cold front that is the culprit for all the rain showers that we're seeing attached with an area of low pressure. And until the cold front clears our area later on tonight into tomorrow morning, we have to keep showers in the forecast before high pressure builds in from Canada, but this time with much cooler weather, even though it will be bright and a little bit breezy too. We have some light to moderate pockets of rain out there right now, mainly from northeastern Oneida getting into northern Herkimer, southeastern Lewis counties, where we're seeing one of the heavier pockets. And we'll be dealing with this rain as well as the clouds, temperatures in the 50s and 60s during the overnight hours. Some of the heaviest rain will actually shift down toward the southeast during the overnight, and it looks like many of us will end up with around an inch of rain, which is certainly some welcome news for our lawns and gardens, our plants, any farmers out there. It'll come to an end tomorrow morning, and then we'll see a northwesterly breeze during the afternoon. Temperatures tomorrow only between 60 and 65, and that breeze could be as high as 25 to 30 mile an hour in gusts, and there could even be a few lake effect rain showers tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. But other than that, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. It'll be warming up into the lower and middle 60s, so still comfortable and nice for this time of year. It's a little bit below where we should be, I should say, as well. So the cold front clears our area for the second half of the week, and high pressure will build in from Canada. Before we get to that, though, overnight tonight we'll be dealing with periods of rain. 54 for the overnight low, a lot of clouds, winds out of the west at 5 to 10. Tomorrow it's 60 to 65, sun and clouds, and much cooler, winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. And although we'll see sunshine over the weekend, we definitely won't have the 80s like we had the prior weekend. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. When we come back, lawmakers...
Is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Tuesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some beneficial rain as we go through the overnight hours. And it'll come to an end tomorrow morning, but the difference that you'll notice is that tomorrow is much cooler than it has been over the last several days. Let's take a live look at downtown Utica right now, where we're dealing with some of those showers, and we will continue to do so over the next few hours into tomorrow morning. Temperature out there right now, 65 degrees with a calm wind. It feels rather muggy with that dew point of 64 as well. And once the cold front crosses through the area late tonight and into early tomorrow morning, not only will the temperatures drop, but the dew points will come down with it. You can already see kind of where the cold front has gone through, because we do have some cooler temperatures up toward the northwest, like Watertown 59, Loudville 61 out there right now, so relatively cooler, and then warmer down toward the south and east, kind of the opposite of the way it was earlier this evening. Look at Albany, still at 72 at the present time. Tropical satellite shows Tropical Storm Jerry just to the east of the Lesser Antilles with a 50-mile-an-hour wind, moving to the west at 23 miles an hour as of the 8 p.m. advisory, but still causing no threat to the immediate east coast. What is impacting the east coast, though, is high pressure over the Carolinas, and that had been with us well through last week into the weekend as well, causing those temperatures to get up into the 80s, the warmer, drier conditions, I should say, as well. And we've got the cold front crossing through our area right now, as I just mentioned. Back toward the west, though, we have a high pressure building in from Canada, and that's going to build in to cause not only things to become brighter yet again, but also a little bit cooler than the last couple of days, because the high pressure is coming in from the northwest instead of from the southwest. Some of the heaviest rain out there right now is in sections of Lewis County, now getting into northern Herkimer. So we're talking about areas around Watertown, the Tug Hill Plateau. But as we go through the next 1 to 3 hours, the heaviest rain will actually shift down toward the south, toward the Interstate 88 corridor, and that's where you'll see the last of the clouds and the rain tomorrow morning. Other than that, we'll see quite a gusty breeze out of the northwest, 15 to 20 miles an hour, but could gust 25 to 30 at times. Temperatures tomorrow getting up into the lower and middle 60s. And then we'll drop pretty steadily into the 30s and maybe the 20s tomorrow night, although I think 20s look more likely Thursday night into Friday morning with a hard freeze. Tomorrow, temperatures will warm comfortably into the upper 50s and lower 60s for many of us, a little bit below average for this time of year. That's thanks to that high pressure building in for the second half of the week and into the upcoming Columbus Day weekend as well, keeping things dry and bright as well. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping back into the upper 40s and lower and middle 50s, and then as we go through our Wednesday, we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s to lower and middle 60s. I think the middle 60s will be more likely as you head into the valley. And it looks like temperatures, with the exception of Thursday, will remain above average through the later part of the week into the upcoming weekend with bright conditions as well. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Well, Comets.
Your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Tuesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some light to moderate, even heavy rain across central New York right now. And that is some much needed rain after we've been pretty dry for the better part of the last week and a half. Right now, downtown Utica, there's some of that rain that I'm talking about. Current temperature as of approaching 11:12 this evening, still 65 degrees. So same as it was during the 10 p.m. hour. Winds out of the west at 7 miles an hour. So that means the temperature will soon start dropping, and so will that dew point, which is currently at 64. You can see some of the cooler numbers, relatively so, up toward the north, like Watertown at 57, Lowville at 59, and then down toward the south, we have temperatures still in the lower and middle 60s out there because the cold front hasn't officially crossed through yet. So until that does, we'll keep rain in the forecast and some of the muggier conditions over the next couple of hours as well. As far as Tropical Storm Jerry is concerned, as of the 11 p.m. advisory, still maintaining 50 mile an hour maximum sustained winds, moving to the west-northwest at 23 miles an hour. But right now, no threat to the East Coast, at least at the present time. What we do have on the East Coast is a cold front making its way through the northeast as well as portions of Canada, an area of low pressure riding along it. But back toward the west, we have high pressure that'll be building in from Canada. And while it will produce some brighter weather, it'll also be much cooler than it has been over the last several days. So gone are the 80s that we had over the weekend. I'll talk more about that in a second, but we do have some moderate to, in some cases, some heavier rain, especially across areas to the north of the 90 corridor right now. And I expect that to shift down toward the south as we go through the overnight hours. Timecast showing us that, and there could even be a couple of showers left over, especially in Otsego County, southern Herkimer County, kind of digging their heels in tomorrow morning. But as we go through the afternoon, yes, it'll be breezy out of the northwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and gusts higher than that, but it'll be much brighter and much quieter, with temperatures making their way into the lower and middle 60s, much closer to where they should be for this time of year. And the breeze only looks to pick up as we head into tomorrow night and Thursday morning. And as such, with clear skies, it'll become quite chilly out there with a lot of frost. So temperatures tomorrow, again, starting off in the 50s and then quickly warming their way into the 60s. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies. Can't even rule out a lake effect rain shower with that northwesterly breeze. It'll still be comfy and nice as we head through the afternoon. And there's that Canadian high pressure building in again, producing brighter conditions, but also cooler. And in some cases, especially on Thursday, unseasonably so. Overnight tonight, we'll see periods of rain, a lot of clouds, winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles an hour, 54 for the overnight low. Tomorrow getting up to 63, sun and clouds much cooler, and again that northwesterly breeze around 10 to 15, although there could be gusts at times, 20 to occasionally 30 miles an hour. Same thing as we go through Thursday. So Thursday's a cooler day, a chilly morning, and then we'll see some of that scattered frost and freeze by the time we head toward Friday morning with a bright weekend ahead. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.